Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the moment that most of you have been waiting for. You guys heard me talk about it, and I'm super excited to show you. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to build a 12 game tick tree farm. Now, previously, I thought my 14 game tick tree farm was the fastest possible on Bedrock Edition. Well, turns out I was wrong. Me and Hazel got to talking. She was designing a new tree farm as well. And I was like, I want to go into a testing world and test something that I had an idea. Because I wanted to add a third dispenser in my 14 game tick tree farm to speed up the sapling growth. So I started piddling around with things and I came up with this right here. This is a 12 game tick tree farm. It's absolutely insane. So over here we have a command block to delete the logs so that this doesn't back up while we're testing. And then right here we have a command block, and it's set to fill the area, the center area, with logs, and it is set to 12 game ticks delay. So let's go ahead and turn this on, and I want to show you guys just how insane this thing is. This is as fast as this thing will cycle. It is pretty nuts. As you guys can see, it's pretty nuts. Also, I kind of want to do one thing to show you guys just how crazy this is. I'm actually going to change this to sapling number 1. And I do believe that is a spruce sapling. Also, I need to change up this. Oh, okay. I messed up on that. Backspace all of this. And then we'll put 19, 0 for the extra. Sapling 1 replace air, and the replace is just so that it won't remove the dirt that the sapling will be planted on. And that should do it. So let's go ahead. That is turned on, and a sapling has been placed. Let's turn on this clock right here. This is how fast a tree will actually generate in the farm. And as you guys can see, it's still really freaking fast. Alright, let's turn this off. I'm going to show you guys how to build this. So first things first, let's go ahead. Let's turn that off because that's really freaking annoying. And we'll go out this direction, that we have plenty of room to work with. I do believe that is the center. It is. Alright. All of this can get moved. And then this is at Y18. So this should be at Y18 for the platform. Like that. And we'll come over by 1 block, and then this is the hallway, but we're not going to actually do the hallway just yet. We're going to get the center block in, which is a sticky piston and a dirt block, and then you'll have a regular block here with a comparator, another block, have a repeater on 1 tick, another block, and that's going to have redstone, dust. We'll have a sticky piston right here, an observer facing in, and that is going to limit the length of the poles. And then over here, we'll take the signal out from that comparator and loop it around. So we can use glass right here, or you can use full blocks, it doesn't matter. And let's just bring this out right like this. Now what we want to do is get our droppers and our dispensers in place. So we'll have 2 droppers facing up right here, right here, and right here. And then you'll have dispensers right here, here, and here. And then additionally, you'll want to have a dropper facing this direction. And then you'll have a dropper facing this direction on this side. You'll have redstone dust on top of both of these. And now we want to get our hoppers in place. So you'll get a hopper here, a hopper here. Wait, I'm trying to figure out how this was done. Oh, I'm sorry. One of these needs to be changed. I can't remember which one it was. One of these droppers needs to face... Okay. So this dropper right here actually needs to face the center. Right like that. And then you'll have redstone dust there. And then over here on this side, you'll have 2 more hoppers. And now we'll get our chests in place. This is going to be for all of the bone meal. I recommend doing at least a double chest per dispenser, because this thing is going to eat through mass amounts of bone meal. It's so crazy, dude. This thing will eat through some bone meal. But anyways, we'll have 2 blocks out like that. Let me get some of this stuff out of my inventory. You'll have a repeater right here on 1 tick. And then you'll loop this around this direction. Now, we could leave this for right now and come back to it in a minute. Now we want to get our back pistons in place. So you'll want to have a sticky piston here. You're going to have a row of 2 sticky pistons right like that. And you'll want this to be 9 high. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, you'll need to place solid blocks in right like this. And you'll want to have another row of sticky pistons facing in right like this. And of course, there'll be a materials list down in the description, as well as a world download. So if you hang up and you have any kind of issues with the farm, please don't comment that the farm does not work, because I will show it. I've already showed it working live on camera. If you have any issues with the farm, please download the world download and check it out for yourself. I believe that comes out 2 extra blocks. Yes. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and get some more sticky pistons. And this is only going to be 7 high. So right to here. And then we'll go ahead and do this. We'll place some solid blocks in right like that, just to make it look nice. Actually, no, that gets moved forward. Now, right here, you could use solid blocks, or you could use glass, or whatever you like, pretty much. As long as it's an interactive block that a sticky piston can stick to. And you can bring this all the way up like that. Right here, in front of these observers, or in front of these pistons, you'll have observers facing forwards. And then right here, you're going to have a row of dirt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then coming back 1 block on the diagonal, you'll have another row of 9 dirt blocks. Right like that. Alright, so now what we want to do is get a solid block right here. You'll get a repeater on 2 ticks right there, pointing into it. And then you'll want to make a redstone ladder going all the way up to the top right like this. And that should do it. Right like that. Alright, so now what we want to do is come out 1 block and then 2 blocks over and bring the redstone dust over here. This is going to be in preparation for our second set of pistons, and this is going to be for the leaf crushers. So let's bring that out to here and come out 1 block up. You can go ahead and break all of these out. And actually that does need to be down to here. So let's go ahead, break that out. And you'll have 4 of them right in front of those double chests. And you'll want to bring this up to 6 blocks as well. That's 4, well, it's 7 blocks. 5, 6, 7. And you'll want to bring some solid blocks around right here. And then I do believe this, alright, so this needs to get changed. I do believe this is just, yep, it's straight input. So we'll bring redstone dust on this right here to make sure all of these pistons will power. And we'll want to take this and loop it around right here. So this is going to be where the redstone comes across. And actually it's going to come right here. And you'll have a glass block here, 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 here. And put redstone dust on top of all of this. And then loop that around. I don't know why that's looking funny. Hold on. I do need to check on that. Because that doesn't look like it's lining up properly. Because those two should line up with each other. Yeah, because see, that looks kind of janky. Why is it doing that? Maybe I didn't. Oh, I'm stupid. This is wrong. I do apologize about that. So that last, I had these sticky pistons 1 block too low. That means I need to add 1 more row of sticky pistons up here at the top, because we took the ones off the bottom. That's more like it. Alright. So now we go ahead and do a redstone ladder right here on the sides. And we connect these two right here with redstone and put redstone on top of all of these. Make sure you hit every single one. It's easy to miss a spot. Whenever I was building my 14 game tick tree farm in survival on the Bedrock server, I missed a redstone dust and I was like, why isn't this working? It's supposed to be working. And I was like scratching my head, super confused. And it was because I missed a redstone dust, so it's super easy to do. Alright, so now we want to place in a row of observers right here and right here facing in. Right like that. And we'll go ahead and get our regular pistons and we'll place these in right here. This is for the leaf crushers, as I said. Alright, so now what you want to do is get some blocks to place here so that these observers don't fire whenever a leaf block generates in that location, because that could potentially break the farm. Alright, so now come down here on the bottom side and place a sticky piston right here on this last block and have an observer facing forwards. And then you'll want to come out by 2 and place a glass block right there, 1 right here, 2 here, and you'll want to place redstone dust here and here. You'll want to place a repeater on 4 ticks and a repeater on 3, and place a solid block right here, another glass block here, and put redstone dust on top of both of those. And now it's time to actually get the back pistons in place. So let's go ahead, come out by 3, and you'll want to have 2 sticky pistons like that. And you're going to have these 9 tall as well. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll want to have a block right here, or come out by 2 blocks, and then place a sticky piston like that, and this is going to be 9 tall as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you'll want to have another row of pistons right here, and I think this is going to be the last row of pistons for the actual feed tape of logs. Alright, so now on the face of these, you want to place a row of observers facing forwards, right like that. And on the back side, you'll want to get a bunch of torches and place it on all of these pistons right here on the side. Alright, so now we'll build one more redstone ladder, so get your solid blocks in place right there. And then what you'll want to do is actually bring this, I'm looking at this funny. You'll bring this over toward the back side like this. And then you'll have, yeah, I definitely goofed on that, didn't I? Just place that. We placed that with a solid block, I apologize. And then put redstone dust on top of all of this as well. And that should do that. Alright, now we need to get the signal. And we need to bring it over to this side. So let's come out, let's get our pistons for our light leaf crushes in place. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And break these out. And this is going to be 7 high as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you'll get a row of observers right here. And we'll get our regular pistons in place. Right like that. Now we'll get redstone, or we'll get a row of solid blocks here, 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 and here. And of course we'll do redstone to make sure all of these power. And that is pretty much done. We'll do one more redstone ladder going up the side right here. Make sure there's redstone dust on top of all of these as well. Now for this last one, we're actually going to swap that out for a solid block. It doesn't have to be a solid block, I just think it looks good. And we'll come over here with some solid blocks here, redstone dust right there. We'll have a solid block right here. And then we'll have redstone dust across here, like that. And then right here, one before the edge, we'll have a repeater on 2 ticks. And then we'll have a sticky piston facing this direction with an observer on its face, right like that. And then this is going to come right here. And this is going to be our actual walkway right here. So we could go ahead and place these blocks in, leading all the way up to this point right here. And then you'll want to place some blocks in for the walls right here and right here. Now you could probably do with like a door right here leading to this back section, but I'll leave that entirely up to you. I want to finish the farm and show you guys what it looks like after everything's done and let you guys decide what you want to do with that. But anyways, right here you'll want to have another row of glass. Some of this doesn't have to be glass, you could pretty much use whatever you want, but I think the glass looks nice. This last block right here needs to be a solid block with a piece of redstone dust on it. And then you'll have a regular piston facing up, 2 glass blocks, and then you'll get a row of 9 observers. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then on the last one, you'll have an observer facing backward. You'll have a glass block right here, a repeater on 1 tick into a solid block, another solid block above this, and a dot of redstone right here. And then you'll have a regular piston facing down, right like that. Alright, now we can go ahead and add the rest of this redstone dust in. Now, this is very important. You'll want to have, break that out, you'll want to have 2 solid blocks right here. They have to be solid blocks. This is to cut the redstone dust off so it doesn't activate with this. And what that does is, this is going to be for the comparator clock, and that's going to activate the bone meal dispensers. So you can't have those two merging, otherwise this would constantly fire and the farm wouldn't work properly. Alright, so now over here on the inside, we'll go ahead and add in our lever right here. And then you'll get a glass block right here with a comparator in subtract mode, and that's also very important. It needs to be in subtract mode. And then you'll have a solid block there. You'll have 2 glass blocks here on the side, and then 2 redstone dust right here. And that is going to activate your bone meal dispenser. We're almost finished. So now what we need to do is get a dropper. If I can get in the form. Alright. So we'll get a dropper, and we'll place the dropper facing forward right here. And replace this block like that with the comparator. And we need a solid block underneath it. And what this is going to do is, this is our sapling and stick or whatever return. So the solid block is, actually the solid block's not needed. This is going to activate with the bone meal clock, so we don't even need an additional clock for this. So now we just need to add the hoppers and we are finished. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'll have hoppers. Make sure they all basically point into there. I'm not going to show you which direction each one of these point. If you have any issues with it, you could just slow down the video and figure out what's going wrong with it. But anyways, just basically have them all leading into that dispenser or into that dropper, and you should be fine. But anyways, that is the farm 100% complete. Well, hold on 1 second. We need a row of blocks. Actually, no, the logs are going to be there. But I do believe this is 100% complete. So let's go ahead. We'll get some bone meal real quick. And there's one thing that you need to do. The very first time you activate this tree farm, you only have to do it for the first time, but it's very important. These observers will be powering these, but they need something here to transfer the signal over. So you need to place a row of solid blocks in going up. I'm just using logs to simulate where the logs will be. But this right here, you have to put that in. Otherwise the tree farm won't work right. And it's only for the first time that you have to do that. So let's go ahead and toss some bone meal in here and give this thing a try. And something went wrong. What went wrong? Okay, this is kind of confusing. This is really weird. I was having issues out of this the other day, but then it started working fine, and I don't understand it. These pistons. Oh, okay. That would explain it. That's human error. That's not a fault with the farm. That's embarrassing. That's what I was saying. It's super easy to forget that. Make sure you get all of the redstone on those. It's super easy to miss a spot. Make sure you get it all. Otherwise, it won't work properly. Now it should all be working. And let me do that one more time because that log basically just disappeared. Dude, the logs are just disappearing in this thing. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these out. And one more thing I forgot right over here. It's not even that big of a deal, but you need to add in some extra leaf crushers just for this corner spot. And you could also bring these like full blocks all the way up if you want. That's not too important. None of that is important. That's just aesthetic builds. So let's go ahead and do that real quick just to make it look pretty. Alright, so right here you'll want to have a row of, actually you could pretty much hook this up into here. So you could take this redstone ladder. How did I have it on my other one? Yeah, I had an extra piston. Okay, that just extended out one block. Like I said, this isn't too important. The leaf return on this is actually pretty good, but I haven't tested jungle. So if you're having issues with jungle, then you could try maybe doing a different setup for the leaf crushers. Like I said, this part really isn't that important, but I mean it is doable. And then we'll have let's see, glass. Just do this right here and it should work. Make sure there's solid blocks there as well. And make sure you place all of the redstone dust. We learned our lesson with that one on. And there. And then we could place these in right like that. And just to make it look nicely rounded off, we'll finish it up by placing a row of blocks in right here. I mean, this isn't the prettiest farm. It looks like I missed a torch as well. This definitely isn't the prettiest farm, but it is super fast and I love it. So like this right here, that is the spruce logs. That's where the sapling will generate. And actually I'm gonna grab some more bone meal and we'll show this thing in action. Alright, so let's place some bone meal in here and some in here. We'll turn the bone meal dispenser on. In order to AFK, you need to place it, you need to be aiming right here in the corner so that you don't open the dispenser or the dropper behind there. But that is absolutely insane. And look at all those logs, dude. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.